see that?
What?
Столетиями набивать брюхо человеческой плотью,
Let me put this back.
Well, my mom would have me up twice.
Someone somewhere always knows the truth. Maybe it's buried, maybe it's hidden, or maybe it's waiting for you.
It's so foggy tonight.
Guys, do you see that?
What? Is that fireworks?
No way.
Mais il est où le corps du chien?
Slipping through the wall, what in the world?
столетиями набивать брюхо человеческой плотью, а карманы деньгами. Но они должны понять, что бал вампиров
Pretty sure that's AI.
That is so weird, guys. You guys see that? It's like it's saying something. It's so weird.
Well,
Yes,
Clarice.
we have.
We will ask you a few.
Why Michael Jordan acting like he in the Epstein files?
What in the world was he doing? I thought they were supposed to help us with physical labor. Why is the robot doing kung fu? I think we know why. If a war ever comes, it'll be a war with robots and drones.
Aggressive. Let me put this back.
Well, my mom would have me up twice. That's 2 times. Let my son try some chicanery like this, some tomfoolery. I'll wear him out. Y'all kids got a maid in the shade nowadays. I got my beat down. And dad just sitting there recording. Hiding behind the mama like a punk. I said it. Like a punk.
Yeah, my mom wouldn't allow that at all.
¿Yo, mi raza? Ah, bueno, qué momento. Miren nomás, mi raza. Ya valió madre. Ya se calentó esta madre. Ya valió madre, mi raza. Agárrate, hijo de la chingada. Ah, bueno, qué momento.
They're here. One of the richest men in the world owns the skeleton of this reptilian humanoid. He keep it in his basement in a glass enclosure, and he only let a certain amount of people see it. Now, how this video got out, I have no idea. What you're looking at is a prized possession of one of the richest men in the world. Owns the skeleton of this reptilian humanoid. He keep it in his basement in a glass enclosure, and he only let a certain amount of people see it.
Never before seen footage of a portal opening up near Thunder Mountain in Sedona, Arizona. You can clearly see a buddy of mine, David, put an infrared security camera on his roof and captured this portal opening up above his house.
What?
You can see orbs coming out. This is never before seen footage that was shot in Sedona, Arizona.
And definitely see that happening, that there's portals everywhere.
I put this on to look normal, but you already knew that. Want to see? I'll put it on. It stretches and seals like skin. Smooth the edges. See? Looks real, doesn't it? With the hood.
A video found in the recent Epstein files dump shows Jeffrey sitting in front of a webcam. And in a doorway in the background, we see some sort of humanoid entity. It has a large bulbous head, and it's standing in the doorway of a room. It's not a static figure, because as you can see, it moves toward the end of the video. It has a humanoid body, but a large bulbous head. The video is grainy, so it's hard to make out any other features, but some people claim to see large eyes as well. Could this entity be something similar to Lamb, who was summoned from a different sexual deviant in 1918, one Aleister Crowley?
You got Epstein in everything. Microtransactions, paranormal stuff, weird stuff we already know about is absolutely disgusting. Politics, and billionaires' back pockets, robbing them. I mean, it just seems like he's in everything. I think his videos of new footage saying that he people like leaders in different countries would email him first about certain decisions. Like, to me, that's just mind-blowing how much influence he had. No wonder why they wanted him. He knew too much. But there are some people saying that he is still alive, and there's footage of it. Somewhere, I think it's the United States. I think it's like Utah or something. Let me know in the comments. I could be wrong. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think that that he was just a middleman, or do you think that he was actually like up there? I know, like, we see it a lot on this channel. But that's the main thing that's going on with conspiracies right now, is Epstein being in a bunch of different things.
They're about to start holding people accountable that was on those EpiPen files. And they're starting with Prince Andrew. So if you don't know, Prince Andrew just got arrested. And he was arrested for suspicion of misconduct while in public office. Mind you, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor was on those EpiPen files. And once they found that out, they removed him out of his residence, stripped him of being a prince, and now they just locked him up. They're saying that Andrew was forwarding emails to Jeffrey Epstein while he was a public official. What type of email? Now, you got to know that Prince Andrew is the same guy that was traveling around the world, speaking to different people for over 10 years, trying to foment relationships for the British government. So how did he get involved and in bed with Epstein? That's how. Trying to foment relationships. They're saying that this man was forwarding confidential documents to Jeffrey EpiPen. Mind you, they asked Prince Andrew how long he was dealing with Jeffrey Epstein, what type of relationship he had with Jeffrey Epstein. And apparently he lied, because they found out he was dealing with him longer than he said he was dealing with him. Needless to say, this man right here had a lot of dirt on a lot of people, and it's only the beginning. Hopefully the United States follows suit. Pay attention.
Oh my God! This family woke up to a violent pounding coming from their basement. The dog sensed a presence the owners couldn't see. The husband grabbed his phone thinking he was about to catch a burglar, but he caught a physical impossibility. Watch the empty hallway. The second he says hello, the slamming stops. Then heavy rhythmic footsteps start sprinting directly at him. You can hear the actual weight of the entity hitting the wood, but there's no body in the frame. Forensic researchers believe this is a kinetic manifestation, a spirit that has gained enough energy to move with physical mass. The husband barely made it out. He claims he felt the air move as it ran past. If you were trapped in a basement and heard something sprinting at you, would you stay to film or run for your life? Comment, run if you're out. Follow for more declassified files.
Yeah, this one gives me the chills. A woman took a cute photo of her kids peeking over a fence. The fence is a surround for a swimming pool, and on the other side of the fence is a graveyard. The kids said they were curious and wanted to look out into the graveyard. But in this seemingly normal photo, the woman captured a figure. whispering to one of the children. There is a creepy gray face with glowing white eyes, with its mouth open, and it looks like it's talking in the ear of this child. Now, I'm not sure if the spirit is attached to this child, but I have noticed a reoccurring thing with photos of ghosts near water, and that is they do look like drowned victims. They are gray, they look bloated, they're usually kind of shiny, and that's what this looks like to me. So I'm wondering if maybe the spirit was attracted to the pool, and I'm not sure, but it kind of does look like the spirit is a child. It has a very small nose and mouth, and its head does seem to be about the same size as the other children's heads. What do you guys think about this? Let me know, and don't forget to like and follow for more.
Hey fool, a demon face formed in the clouds, y'all. Look at this shit. Look. So now everybody process things differently. So what I'm seeing might not be what you're seeing. So let me know down below in the comments. What do you see? Cause to me, fool, that joint look crazy. Like you can see the nose, the eyes, the eyebrows. Then up there look like a horn. Like I said, I don't know. Everybody see things differently. But what I do know is people that was in this area, they was freaking out because the clouds was doing some shit. The lightning was doing some shit they ain't never seen. So you put two and two together, that's some crazy shit.
The world is a stage. Jesse Jackson was unalived at the age of 84. But what if I tell you that this is another ritual? Because he just so happened to be unalived during a certain month. And he just so happened to be a part of a certain lodge, as you see right here on screen. Oh yeah, and he was a 33rd degree at that. And speaking of 33, he just so happened to be unalived 33 weeks until his next birthday. But I guess all of this is just one big coincidence, right? And remember that we just lost Robert Duvall the other day. Nice ring there, Robert. And now Jesse Jackson a couple of days later. Let's see if they do another one to make it the trifecta, because they always love to do things in threes.
What in the world type of fish?
Bro, that's some kind of hybrid fish with arms, bro. Like, if it's AI, it's AI. The AI detectors is gonna be angry. But that look real to me, bro. Like all these videos that I come across, I'm getting all the real deal, bro. That's a fish with arms. And it got caught in the net, bro. What's going on here? It's either scientists are playing games out here, right, and testing the waters and seeing what they trying to create, or mermaids out here sleeping with fishes somehow, and they creating this guy right here. Something's going on here, bro. It's getting spooky out here, man. Y'all think it's a game, bro. I do this for educational and entertainment purposes only, man. Leave it in the comments, hit the like button, make sure you follow me here for more. We're going to keep on exposing these hybrid creatures, bro. Salute.
This is officially the clearest recording of phantom passengers ever captured at an international airport. Phuket International Airport is known for its beauty, but after the sun sets, it becomes the site of one of the world's most chilling mysteries. Watch the airplane gangway suspended in the air. There is no plane attached, no boarding scheduled, and the entire terminal is supposedly empty. Yet, Look at the glass. Dozens of shadowy figures can be seen running toward a flight that doesn't exist. Skeptics claim this is a simple reflection, but look at the individual movements. You can see the distinct outlines of people carrying luggage, rushing as if they are late for boarding. Many locals believe these are the lost souls of the 2007 plane crash that claimed 89 lives on these very grounds. It's as if they are trapped in a loop, forever trying to reach a destination they will never see. The most terrifying part? Some airport staff refuse to work near this gate after midnight, claiming they still hear the muffled announcements for a flight that never landed. If you were sitting in this terminal alone and saw a line of shadows boarding an empty bridge, would you stay to film or get on the next flight out? Comment "Spirit" if you believe, and follow for more declassified footage.
I'm gonna play Baby One More Time, and then I want to play it backwards for you guys. I think now knowing everything that we know, we can put the pieces together. It speaks for itself. Recorded by Britney Spears when she was 15 years old.
Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Male execs have tried to normalize PDF files through TV, film, media, music, and particular subliminal messaging. I just think it's so creepy knowing everything that we know now, especially after that clip I found of Megan Fox on Jimmy Kimmel. Her basically saying, yeah, Michael Bay sexualized me when I was 15 years old. And I was 15. And Jimmy Kimmel goes, yeah, well, that's the way all our minds work. We just have a decency to suppress it. Whoa, what? What you mean all? Who is we? Who is we, first of all? You look at every single vampire storyline ever created, and it's with a 16-year-old girl and a man who's, 200 years old. And the plotline is him basically stalking her, first.
I'm very black and white when it comes to that type of stuff. And if you know me on this channel, you already know how I feel about that. So I'm not going to say that because I don't need my channel to get striked again. So I do believe that the industry definitely was trying to normalize it, and they definitely was doing it in the 90s up until this point, especially early 2000s. And they feel like they don't have to do it as much anymore. I feel like so they just put it right in front of our faces, even with the satanic rituals and things like that. Back in the day, it was kind of, hidden. Now it's not. It's everywhere, and to me, it's crazy. How can you just be okay with pushing stuff like that unless you're a disgusting piece of crap yourself, right? That is literally my nightmare. Of a snake being in a bed with me, and a king cobra of all things. Those things can go up to 20 feet or something like that. I've seen that thing stand up taller than a basketball player. Don't it spit acid to you? So glad I don't live in India.
Now this next video was submitted to me by Sam J, who's part of the yearbook team at her high school. One afternoon, while a group of senior students were rehearsing for a graduate ceremony that took place last spring, a camera inside the auditorium recorded something that left all students, including staff, terrified.
What you guys can do first is you're gonna take the diploma from me, and
it was during a speech rehearsal by the school principal that this was caught. Take a look.
That's okay. We don't want any broken ankles tonight before graduation. So then we're going to talk about individual accomplishments a little bit, and we'll move you off to the side before other stuff starts. Of this pod. Just a change in air pressure, or was that a friendly ghost, Mr. Baker? Thank you, sir. And then, let's see, then we'll talk about STEM.
The principal carries on, paying little attention to what just happened, as he claims this could have been due to wind pressure. But despite thinking this, it would be what happens next that completely changes his mind while instructing students on how to move on stage. This is captured.
The programs and how we're trying to grow those, and also maybe a little bit about growing sports programs as well. And then we'll talk about your individual achievements and how you guys have really taken leadership. Everybody should give us their science.
One of those for like 20
we must have an open door somewhere else in the building, blowing that open. Anyway, so let's get started just the way that we're going to go. So we'll go John Anderson, we'll do the thing, walk over, and then Cal Connors, thing, come over, then we got no, that's the right order. So Michael Thompson comes over, and that, right? And we've got Emily Rodriguez. Same thing, and
It's at this point that the notion of this being just the wind stops making sense. A cap on one of the students flies off their head. Almost as if someone knocked it off, the hat zips across in a swift and sudden motion before landing close to the exit. The same exit where no one was seen opening the door. Even the principal, who initially thought it was nothing, couldn't make sense of this. According to Sam J., the yearbook member who sent me this clip, he was just as baffled as everyone else. Now, after this happened, they proceeded to finish up the rehearsal before leaving an hour later. The next day, Sam takes a video of the exit door and shows that they're not automatic. If they were, then this definitely would have explained the doors opening, but given that they're not, and considering the cap incident, perhaps what occurred here was caused by something unexplainable. If true, then students might not be as sad to leave the school on graduation day, given that it might be haunted. Now that's creepy.
You want to know what I think they're doing? As soon as a celebrity steps out of line, they that character or switch the consciousness. So a new consciousness takes over their body, and it's one of the demons. It's one of the demons taking over their bodies. That's why they all look different, because an entirely new energy is controlling their body. That's why they have soulless eyes. There's no soul in those eyes. I'm going to show a couple pictures of the new versions of celebs that literally have no soul in their eyes, okay? We're going to start off with none other than Bonnie Blue, and no, she's not a celebrity, but she has the same eyes. Look at her eyes. There is a demon inside of there, and you cannot convince me otherwise. There is no soul. She's also the girl who let 400 men have unprotected sex with her in one day, and they were wearing masks, okay? She's one of their pawns. Next up, Miley Cyrus. Soul, no soul. Here's another picture. No soul, soul. Can you tell by the eyes? Look at her eyes. There's nothing behind there. Bradley Cooper, soul, no soul. Look at his eyes. Simon Cowell's another one. Soul, no soul. They did something to Meghan Trainor. I don't know what's going on with her, but that is not the real her. Someone has definitely taken over her body. In this photo, she literally looks like that actress from the movie Get Out. That is not the same person. And since when does she hang out with the Kardashian Jenners? Like, I didn't even recognize her in this photo. And don't even get me started on Kris Jenner's 70th birthday. I could go on and on about how that was literally a meeting for the Illuminati.
I don't think I'm ready to go down that far of a rabbit hole with that. I don't agree with most of the stuff she's saying. I think it would be weird. Like, why would a demon want an older body? Wouldn't they want a younger body so they could do whatever they want to do? Secondly, I just think it's just celebrities are used to being in the spotlight. And then when they fall off, their management or something is telling them maybe if they look young again, it'll help. Or they just can't accept the fact they're getting older. I'm getting older. I turned 39 this year, and I don't want like no surgery or nothing. But I'd be lying to myself if I didn't think about me when I had a younger body. I wouldn't have half the issues I currently have. I didn't have it in my 20s or even early 30s. Getting older kind of sucks. If you ask most people, I'm sure the people watching, they may agree or may not agree. Maybe they got past that midlife crisis and they have came to the fact that they're just getting older. There's nothing they can do about it. They have to accept the process because it can be a blessing to be able to get older. But celebrities don't see it like that because literally their body, their physical image is pretty much their moneymaker. So a lot of them just can't accept the fact they're getting older. So they get these weird cosmetics and it just, to me, it make them look uncanny. And when it comes to the first person, Blondie Blue, she claims she's like 25. Ain't no way she's 25. But yeah, her eyes definitely look soulless. It looked like somebody who was a psychopath. Maybe that's why she allowed herself to do what she did. I don't even know if that situation is true because there's some situations saying that she didn't even do that. She just did it. She just said she did it for clout. Who knows? I just don't see a demon wanting an older body. But if you think differently, let me know in the comments because I would love to hear a different perspective.
And that Meta is trying to keep people alive online after they die. You heard what I just said? They want to use an AI to post as you after you die. Meta just secured a patent for AI that can manage a deceased person's account. Not memorize, not freeze it. We're talking about running a deceased person's account, posting on it, replying to messages, even making videos using historical data. So let me get this straight. You die, but your profile doesn't. This AI uses your past posts, your DMs, your voice notes, your captions, your behavior patterns. This thing studies how you talk, how you joke, how you argue, and then it replicates you. They're calling this innovation, but I'm calling this digital resurrection without your consent. I want you to go back. Remember when celebrities were signing deals with Meta? Selling their likenesses for AI. That wasn't random. All that tells me is they've been building this the whole entire time. And here's the part that's crazy as hell. Go down the rabbit hole. Find out what meta means in Hebrew. Meta in Hebrew means but it's a conspiracy, right? See what it is, you don't think symbolism matters to these people. It matters. So now
could you imagine somebody you cared about, they pass away and the normal natural thing to do is to come to terms with that, accept it, and go on with your life. Still have memories of this person, still have fond times with this person in your mind, but they truly live on forever through your heart and through your mind. Could you imagine that the next month, your ex-girlfriend or your ex-wife or your child or something died and then they posting something on Meta? That's why I not really got down with the whole celebrities, you being able to talk to them on Meta and all that stuff. I always thought it was very odd. And maybe that is the end goal because think, Facebook and all the Meta products are free, which means you're the product. The reason why I don't like really touching a lot of social media because it's just not good for your mind. It definitely wasn't good for mine because I was subconsciously comparing myself to people that were around the same age as me. Like, oh, they go to nice restaurants, they got a nice relationship, they got a car, they got money, they got this. I don't got none of that when I was younger. So it really put me in a bad place because on the social media, 90% of the time, you're usually only seeing the good parts of people's relationships and good parts of their life. You're not seeing the depression and other things that could just come through somebody's life. You just don't see that like that most of the time. But of course, Meta want to push that because it's infinite content for them. It allows them to keep making content, which they're not paying a person, by the way. So people stay on that website because all they care about, even YouTube, all they care about is you staying on the site as long as possible so they can push you ads. And they want your data so they can push you personalized ads. Because all this stuff is usually about is getting you to spend that sweet money that you use your labor getting paid hourly to do so. So I stopped using Facebook like over a decade ago. And it's funny how they deleted my account because they said I I was committing fraud, yet I didn't use the account for over 8 years before they deleted it. I never trusted Facebook like that. After like 2000 and, I don't know, 13 maybe.
They have just found the bones of Jesus in the desert, and also they found proof on Mars that shows that aliens have been around longer than we have. That is the big lie that's coming to you very soon. You know they invert everything. It's not a golden age, it's quite the opposite. And would you believe me if I told you that the church was in on a lot of it? Get to that in a minute. It's very important you watch this video, by the way. So of course Obama came out and said that aliens are real. At which point, Trump came out and said, oh, he shouldn't have done that. Then his daughter-in-law came out and said that he's preparing a speech for us. Of course, Reagan said, I wonder how fast our differences would aside if we were facing an extraterrestrial threat. But he wasn't the first one that said that. That speech has been around since 1907, along with the New World Order and the Norvis Ordo Seclorum. So let me ask you this. What exactly happens when we finally do attack Iran? It's Iran. Shut up. Did you know that China and Russia are also in the strait with them right now? Let me ask you this. Will that cause like a global conflict to arise? If so, will we have help from this board of peace to bring peace, or would there be other things that helped us create peace? Let's cut right to the chase. The Shah was brought forth by devil worshippers and empowered by opening portals in the desert. At which point it was set in stone everything that was going to happen, and all the leaders have been predestined. They've been working on the alien lie for decades. Why just now to release the files? Because it doesn't even matter anymore. The ones that you really want to fall for this are actually the Christians. I'll tell you how that gets done in 1 second. And I'm about to upload a 10-minute subscriber version of this video because half the things I can't say right here. Remember the Denver airport mural, by the way? Even if you like the man, you can't tell me there's no way. We know from the Bible the end does not end with peace just yet. The alien agenda is almost here, so how would they make it work? We found the bones of Jesus. We found these things on Mars showing that they were here first. And then, of course, this Project BB with Nashah. They're going to show God in the sky. He's going to say and corroborate all the stuff they're saying. And like, oh yeah, it's all one. And the crazy part, like I told y'all from an interview 2 years ago, that FEMA was handing out contracts and NDAs to mega pastors. So what happens with Sunday Christians when the mega pastors, and also the non-Christians, when the mega pastors say that everything they're saying is true? Both the hologram and the bones and all that stuff. Of course, Lucifer. The crazy part, the aliens are not going to be benevolent at first. Christians are the main target to deceive because they have the one word that can free them from the hands of these beings when they become benevolent. And when I say beings, we're not just talking about demons. Demons, fallen angel, and fleshly creatures created by the fallen angels. Because if the Christians don't know, then who else will? It's all going to be about peace first, then disaster immediately after.
I didn't even think about that. Humans could use technology to make it look like God is in the sky and saying stuff. I don't know why I never came across my mind, especially doing research on this channel. They definitely could do that. They could have a trumpet be played around the whole world at once to fool people. That's just crazy. I didn't even think about, especially with like the drone shows. Now I think about it, that's probably why that one girl who I have on the channel, I can't remember her name, I think it's Katie or something. He was so mad when they showed the Jesus coming out of the water with the drones. Because if it looked like that now, imagine how it's going to look like 2 years from now. It actually could look like a person, a giant person coming out the water or something. And yes, the one way that you could achieve peace on a global scale is to make all humans have to fight an outside source. We've been talking about that for a long time now on this channel.
So I've seen that says when my said this. Unless we hold on to your brother's existence, all of this will back down. They come to rule the destiny of your race and your world, so that you may to your fellow beings that most evils take to avoid the disaster which threatens your world and the beings on other worlds around you. This is your deliberation and right to wicked as promises into a new age of Aquarius. New age and new time of great peace and evolution for your race. And only rulers of the promises that can overshadow their judgments. Be still now, and your chance may not come again. All your weapons of evil must be removed. The time for conflict is now past, and the race of which you are a part may proceed to the higher stages of its evolution. If you show yourselves worthy to do this, you have but a short time to learn to live together in peace and goodwill. Small groups all over the planet are learning this, and exist across the light and turning new age to you. You are free to accept the make the kitchen table means one this wide. Many go as wide as then they run up. Here now, the voice of Ramon, representative of the Epstein Galactic Command, speaking to you. Be aware also that there are many false habits and guides that is operating on nature. They accept your energy from you, telling you with money, in berries, giving you worthless drops in return.
I didn't think that actually happened on TV, but it did. It actually did happen in 1977. I thought it was fake. I actually looked it up after this video, and it actually went down. Some people think it was just UFO cultists and stuff like that, but some people do think that it actually could have been real. What if that was their way of trying to communicate, and the person they thought was, a lot of people use radio, let's just hijack to the radio and just tell them what's going on. Nothing ever came of it, or it did, and the military got in contact with them, and maybe they made an agreement or something. Who knows? Maybe that's why we see aliens sometimes grabbing water and a bunch of other weird stuff we see them doing. I have no idea. Do you think that it was actually a real alien or galactic Federation or something getting in contact with us? Or do you think it was just fake? Let me know what you think in the comments below.